Hey everybody, I wanted to bring a couple of things to y'all's attention. I know that y'all are a lot of you are on Facebook, and a lot of you see a lot of news feeds, and it says a lot of crazy things. But I do find some things that are very interesting, and what's happening right now. One thing that really bothers me is I've seen several businesses they have signs on their doors beside the mask sign, which is, in my opinion, utterly ridiculous. But anyway, that's another thing to talk about. They're going cashless. You can't come in and pay cash. You have to use your credit card or your debit card. And you know, I've talked to a few people, and of course, they're going to go, well, it just makes things easier. Okay. Maybe it does. But why are we getting away from cash? Oh, because the virus might be on a bill. And I even heard somebody say, there's just not enough coins in the world anymore. I got plenty of coins. I'm sure most of you have plenty of coins too. They're just sitting around, they're collecting. I've never gone into a store, handed the lady or the guy a dollar bill, and never got coins back. They don't have a shortage. It's all a lie. So I'm not totally sure exactly, but the other day I did a job for a guy that he's a finance guy, pretty smart guy, and he started walking me through some of the things. I had some questions for him, and he was walking me through it, and he said, why? He said, what? You're asking why you don't want a cashless society. Well, okay, first of all, there's people who do cash jobs on the side. The government can't get their cut out of that. There's people who stockpile cash for a rainy day fund. The government can't get their cut out of that. He said that's a huge reason right there. He said they're using the left is using this virus. This virus was planned. He said it's not a something that just happened artificially or just by itself. He said it was made. It's a designer drug. He said I firmly believe it. And there's so many things that point at it. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. But he said that they're using this virus to shut down businesses that they don't agree with, or the owners don't agree with them. They're using the virus to push the digital money, and guess what else is connected to that digital money? That microchip that they want to do. They're boasting, okay, it's got your medical records on it, and it's got your banking information on it. All you have to do is just scan your wrist. This is something that he brought to my attention, and I'd never even thought of this. But think about this. He said, you know that now you have wallets that have that protective liner so that people can't come by and just scan. Get your credit card information. Yeah, I got that. He said, they're going to do the same thing for your microchip. He said, the tech guys, the people who are smarter than most people when it comes to technology, they've already got that in the works. These people who have already gone, you saw the news deal the other day where they had all these people lining up to get chipped. They've already got a device they're going to walk by those people, and they're going to scan their arms, and they're going to get their life story. They're going to be able to steal those people's identity. You want to call it a conspiracy theory, call it whatever you want to call it. But when it happens to you, you can't cry. You can't whine. You can't moan. You can't complain. You were told. This thing is bigger than a lot of people are letting on. I do lump myself in with a lot of you who just want to go on with our lives and just work and take care of our families. save for retirement, move on with life, grow old. There's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is we become complacent, and we ignore blinking lights that are in front of us, that are telling us what is going on. I mean, think about this pedophile thing. There's no telling how deep that thing goes. There's no telling who all has been on that island with Epstein, and who else has been on his plane. And people can say, oh, well, they, just because they were on the flight log doesn't mean they did anything. He had a bed in the back of that plane. A bed. And there were children on that plane waiting on everybody. If you were on that plane, you were not there to fly from, California to Florida to see your parents. You weren't going on a business trip. You might have put it down as a business trip, but you weren't on a business trip. You were there for pleasure. You can say what you want to say. That man was disgusting. And that chick, Jazine, whatever her name is, I hope she tells all. But this paperless thing, watch it. Be careful. My opinion is don't do businesses with businesses that won't do cash. If they won't do cash, they don't need your business. Pick another one. There's so many businesses out there right now. Now, I understand some of them are going under, but they're not the major ones. Like Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut just went paperless. Sorry, Pizza Hut. You don't get my business anymore. Okay? Yeah, I liked maybe a couple of things you had, and I can get it somewhere else. So, that's that. But let's talk about this virus thing. Somebody sent me the other day a link to it was I guess he was a Japanese immunologist. Is that how you say it? I think so. Physiologist, whatever. Tsuku Hanjo, I believe it is. Sorry. He basically said he's been doing it for 40 plus years. He says this is designed. He said viruses don't live in cold and hot. They usually live very well in cold, and then the hotter climates, they die off. This thing is living through the summer. This is genetically designed. And if you pay attention, you don't even really need to look that hard. But if you pay attention, a few years back, maybe 5 or 7 years back, I'm not sure. They even have a photo of Dr. Fauci, the guy that cares about everybody, which I don't believe he does. I believe he's just playing politics here. Him and, what's that, Bill Gates' wife and some other people. They're in, what is it, where the virus, Wuhan. They're in the lab discussing and talking about this virus. Why this virus? And we're right before an election, and all of a sudden this thing breaks out, and it shuts everything down. Not only that, the death rate's not going up. As a matter of fact, the death rate is going down, even with all of the testing positives. Just because people are testing positive doesn't mean that they're dying. The death rate actually has decreased because they figured out how to beat it. They've got the right, the hydrochloroquine or whatever it's called. I don't even know how to say the word. It's working 90% of the time. The survival rate is going through the roof right now. So it's really, it's really starting to look like a conspiracy, and I know a lot of people are claiming, oh no, you can't make joke of a virus. Well, I'm not making joke of it. I'm telling you, some people are using this virus as a weapon. And they're trying to destroy our present president. And they're willing to destroy all of us just to get to him. It's pure evil. And I know some of you don't, this virus is serious and we need to take all of the precautions we need. We need to do what we need to do. We need to save our families. Well, this is my opinion. I know some of you don't care, but you're going to hear it anyway. If you're worried, cover your face. Okay? Because if face masks work that well, as you believe they do, then you shouldn't worry about me covering my face. Because yours should work, right? Or do you have doubts in your own mask? Because if you have doubts in your own mask, then why are any of us wearing it? You know, the CDC even said social distancing works. It works. Going outdoors, being in the sunlight works. Why does it work? Because UV rays kill the virus. I mean, just think about this. You're standing 6 feet from your buddy out there in the sun, and you're talking, and this virus is coming out of your mouth, right? Let's just say it is. It's coming out of your mouth. UV is sitting there catching it as it's going through the air. It's either killing it or diminishing it. It's common sense. But nobody wants to use common sense. Oh no, we got to have our face covered. You know, I can't even go in my bank right now and get, documents notarized that I need notarized for my company and for my business because I got a face mask on. Could rob the bank. That was stupid. You know, I'm a concealed handgun carrier. Technically, it's against the law for me to wear one. I don't want to wear these things, but I have to wear them because I do business with certain places and they require them. So I'm having to do this, but the minute I get out of there, it's coming off. So this is something people need to think about. This virus, it's manufactured. It is a bioweapon, and it was brought on because we have an election coming up, and a very important election. I predict the week after the election, all of a sudden, a lot of these restrictions are going to be lifted. So, I understand that, some of you worrywarts out there, you're not gonna hear a word I say, and that's okay. You want to be closed-minded, be closed-minded. You're never going to want to hear the truth. So, anyway, and on that, I wish you all good luck, and God bless, and let's make it through this. Have a good one.